Flash Cannon, okay. I live that. It's gonna be a roll where that's to a KO. There's the knockoff. It crits me. He crits me and I die in one turn. That for sure matter. There's no way that one shots me. Oh my gosh. Well, so much for bringing Rotom. Really good matchup for it, and what happens? It gets critted turn 1 on switch, and that's nice. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H VGC. Rotom is a really cool electric type that is in the format and legal in Regulation H. There's a lack of electric types in this format, and one of the go-to ones that a lot of people least comes to mind is Rotom. It's actually a rain team that actually features Rotom-Fan variant, which is kind of cool. I haven't really seen Rotom-Fan at all, let alone all of the Rotom forms. I've seen a little bit of Rotom-Mow and a little bit of Heat, and then once in a while you'll see a Rotom-Wash, which I think is the most common one out of all of them, just mainly because it has the best typing. But apart from that, I've not really seen any of the other Rotom forms at all, which kind of sucks because I do think they have some type of niche, but there's a lot better stuff that you kind of use, at least for like electric types. And if you're going to be using an electric type, there's a non-existent electric type with one of the most spammable electric type moves in the format called Arclodon that kind of takes over for a lot of the electric types anyways and kind of makes them irrelevant. So that's also kind of a thing they kind of have to contest with, unfortunately. So it's a team by Nyx. If you guys want to use this team, Rental in the corner. This team does not have a paste, at least as of right now. If I do find one for this team, or if it does get updated with a paste, I'll include it down below. But at least when I'm recording this team doesn't have a paste. So I'm going to kind of run through this team. We're going to hop in some games. If you guys have any teams you guys want to see me feature as well, I'm kind of running low a little bit on teams. So there's a lot of teams that are being posted, but a lot of them are kind of just your oddball, like your typical cookie cutter, like Regulation H team, rental teams. Nothing really crazy out of the ordinary. So I do have another one of my teams I'm slowly trying to make. I just haven't had much time to really make it at all, and I'm kind of still in the testing phases of it. It's pretty much done. I'm kind of experimenting with like one of the last mons for it and that type of thing before I bring it in game, and I still need to try to get more results depending on what I try to choose as my last mon for the team. And I'm still kind of in that phase of it, so gonna be a little bit while before I have one of my other teams or one of my new Regulation H teams in game for you guys to feature. But if you guys have anything you guys want me to feature, let me know. Throw a rental code down below or in the comments or on Discord as well. Just throw it into my Discord server, which is linked down below as well. If you guys have any rental codes you guys want me to maybe feature your team or somebody else's team, anybody. Kind of run through this real quick for you guys. We're gonna hop in some games. You got the star of this team, which is the Rotom-Fan with the Thunder Choice Specs trick, which is kind of cool. If only this thing had Hurricane. I think that's the main thing holding Rotom back. If only this thing had Hurricane, I think it'd be a lot better. You can maybe run it under Rain. You have Air Slash instead, though, which is kind of bad. And it kind of makes yourself wonder, why am I running this thing when I can run like Kilowattrel, which is way faster, hits about just as hard as Rotom, and has Hurricane and Thunder and probably way better abilities. So we're going to see if that's actually the case. Is there a reason why Rotom's even on this team over like a Kilowattrel, which I think would probably be even better. So we're going to try to justify it, why it's on here. We're going to see if we can make it work. I think the only thing maybe that is a little bit different is Trick. I don't think Kilowattrel gets Trick. Is that really worth running this over Kilowattrel? I'm not sure. The Light Clay Grimmsnarl with the double screens, T-Wave, and Spirit Break. Kind of more of a standard set. You got Murkrow on this team. Another Murkrow with Haze, Rain Dance. Kind of more of your typical Rain Setter Murkrow. You guys know how I feel about Murkrow. I don't think it's very good, but we're going to see how it does. I feel like it's just dead weight every single time, most of your games, but we're going to try to play around it. Blyforb, Swift Swim, Basket Legion, Standard Rain Sweeper set. Got the Banded Dragapult with the Outrage and Dragon Darts Terra Dragon. Kind of cool. And then Throat Spray Ursaluna, which I'm assuming is more of a fast Ursaluna. So that way if you Thunder Wave some stuff or like under screens, you're able to live some moves and kind of get a bunch of damage off. I'm assuming that's kind of what it is. So I have a lot of really standard sets on this team apart from the Rotom, but we're going to see how it does. Standard ain't bad. Keep that in mind, but top of some games. Alright, we hear the match. It's going to be Rain Team versus Rain Team here, y'all. This might actually be a match where the Rotom can put in some work because it actually pairs really well into my opponent's team. The flying and the electric type moves actually work really well. The only things that are kind of stopping it is the Arclodon and Basque Legion and Rain. If I don't paralyze it or get any way to kind of slow it down, or like have Tailwind, I guess. And then like the Incineroar, I can't really do that much too, but it's not going to want to take a Thunder, that's for sure. I also have the Trick too, so like tricking the Amoonguss with the Choice Specs could be really clutch here too, or even like the Incineroar with the Choice Specs. So we're gonna see how that does. I'm definitely bringing the Rotom-Fan here though. One has the Mousehold, Amoonguss, Arclodon, Pelipper, Incineroar, and Basque Legion. What do I want to bring here? Dragapult looks really good here. I'm going to bring the Dragapult lead because it outspeeds my entire opponent's team. I think I'm going to bring the Grimmsnarl here, just mainly for screens and Thunder Wave. I'm going to bring the Rotom in the back. I'm not even going to bring Rain because I think he'll bring Rain. And I think I'm going to bring my own Basque Legion here. Actually kind of awkward. It's actually kind of awkward because there's no Rain here. Nobody has Rain. I thought he would lead with like Pelipper or something to get Rain up, but we don't have that here. What I can do here is I can actually just click Outrage. That would be kind of a play here. That's Choice Banded Outrage turn 1. Kind of risky though because I'm probably dead. If I don't kill whatever I attack into, I'm probably dead on this turn. I could set up a screen which would kind of guarantee me to live, but he's probably going to fake me out here. I think that's a little too risky, so I'm just going to U-turn out here onto the Incineroar this turn. And then if he doesn't fake me out, I'm going to try to set up a light screen here. That tells me he's going to go for knockoff right away. I'm about to catch a knockoff. I don't really have anything to switch in to get into this either. I really don't have anything to switch in to catch a knockoff here. Basque Legion actually is a little bit more of a... little bit more valuable here, actually. Unfortunately, I gotta go into the Rotom to actually catch a knockoff. Flash Cannon, okay. I live that. It's gonna be a roll where that's a 2-hit KO. There's the knockoff. It crits me! He crits me and I die in one turn. That for sure mattered. There's no way that one-shots me. Oh my gosh. Well, so much for bringing Rotom. Really good matchup for it, and what happens? It gets critted turn 1 on switching. That's nice. This game sucks. Awful game. I mean, it boosts Blaster Specs at least. That's one good thing from it. I guess I have like 150 base power, but Blaster Specs now, or 100 base power. I'm just gonna go into Dragapult. I think what I do here is I just go Terra Dragon and it's Outrage. I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. Terra Dragon, Outrage. Hopefully it goes into the Arclodon. That's what I got to hope for here. And then I'm going to Reflect. Hype, that's Pelipper. Just going to get his Rain up. Man, I wish I had Rotom. Imagine if I had Rotom still, that'd be so good. Probably Sash Pelipper too, so he's gonna tank an Outrage. I'm hoping for like everything that I can get here. Like I need Outrage to get into the Arclodon. And just fucking one-shot it, please. Need to Reflect. It goes into the Pelipper, which really sucks, but it brings him down to Sash. That kind of sucks. Electroshot. I don't know what Electroshot really does for you here, bro. Gets the boost, but whatever. I think what I do here is actually just Thunder Wave him. He actually gets another crit, so that for sure mattered. That for sure mattered. So that was behind a screen too, so that for sure mattered there. Wow, my opponent is just fucking critting me into oblivion here. The guy is just fucking critting me nonstop. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna outrage. Or I'm gonna actually just go for Aqua Jet here onto the Blipper. And then I'm gonna outrage. And hopefully it one-shots the Arclodon or whatever comes in here. He might just protect Blipper, which could be an issue too. If the outrage hits into the Blipper when he protects, that's also a problem. I gotta one-shot this Arclodon to stay in this match. I can still win, it just depends what his last mana is too. Incineroar I'm not afraid of, I can easily win versus that thing. If he has his own Basculegion, that's going to be a bit of an issue though.
It doesn't even one-shot him. I'm dead. I am dead. It doesn't even one-shot him.
You cannot tell me Dragapult's that weak. Wow. So I lose anyways, it doesn't matter. Somebody has to run that calc. Somebody run a max attack, max speed. I'm pretty sure that's the build on this. And then max attack, max speed. I think it's Jolly Dragapult versus Arclodon. Do they need to have a defense investment for Banded Outrage to live, or is it just a roll? So if that's a roll, then that's just really sad. I'm forced to low for last respects here, but if he wins the speed tie, I just lose automatically here anyways. I still think no matter what I lose. Unless for some reason he doesn't have last respects, which would be really dumb. This is a match I lost to just because of the fucking crits. I would have had the Grimmsnarl around for another turn. That would at least got me a Thunder Wave off, or at the very least on something. Would have been huge. Or even like a Spirit Break onto something would have been a nice to have. And then having the Rotom get critted on switch into was really bad for me. So there's a match I kind of lost because of crits. That's literally the only reason I lost this game. If those two Mons never got critted, I think I still probably would have had a way better chance of winning. I'm not saying I would have won the match, but that's banded. That tells me that's banded if he's locked himself into that. Let's see if it's speed tie as well. I think what I need to do here is I'm just hoping he's choice banded, or he doesn't have like a ghost type move. I gotta hope he's choice banded and I can win a speed tie, live a wave crash from him, which I'm probably not going to because I'm going to take a shit ton of recoil myself from the Incineroar here. Live a wave crash and then outspeed and win the speed tie with a last respects on the last turn, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't think I win this. I have too little of health. I don't have enough health left. I'm down to 60. There's no way. I'm going to die to recoil, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so it's a speed tie. We're speed tying Basculegions here. I'm not living though. Hey, I'm not living with 17 health. And Life Orb too. That sucks. So that was a fluke. I don't consider that a loss. I got fucked by crits. I would have for sure won there. That's pretty much what that tells me. If I never got critted on the Rotom there or the Grimmsnarl, I would have won the game. So I got fucked by hacks. What a surprise. The first game I do with this team, I get fucked. That's great. Best matchup ever you could ask for a Rotom-Fan to have. And what happens? I switch it in and it gets fucking critted turn 1 and dies instantly. You cannot make this shit up. And then you lose because of it too. Not only one crit, but twice. You get 2 crits that matter. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we hear the game. My opponent has a really cool team. Pikachu, Charizard, Gyarados, Scizor, Blossom, and Annihilate. Really, really cool team. Funny enough, it's actually ain't too bad of a matchup for like Rotom-Fan. I hit a lot of stuff on his team for really solid damage with it, like an electric type move or a flying type move. So I'm actually going to bring Rotom-Fan here. Worst case scenario is actually if he has Pikachu to absorb an electric type move. That's kind of actually the worst case scenario here. It actually has a pretty good matchup here as well. So it's another game where it can actually maybe put in some work. What do I want to do here? I think the Grimmsnarl here is also pretty good. I really want the Murkrow though. I think Murkrow with Rain could be really nice here. Same time though, I guess the Grimmsnarl ain't too bad. I'm gonna lead Murkrow. I'm gonna bring the Ursaluna in the back. It's actually still pretty good. And I'm gonna bring the Dragapult here. I'm not gonna bring the Basculegion because it kind of gets walled by Gyarados. I guess in Rain it's still pretty good though. I guess I could have maybe brought it here. I want to try to bring some other stuff I haven't really been bringing as much though.
Pikachu, the treasured memory, is that like a really rare one? That has to be one that was like transferred from like one of the older generations.
That's really cool. So that tells me this my opponent's team is like a really special team, probably. They have like a Pikachu on. They built this team around the Pikachu that they had transferred from probably like from like Gen 1 or whatever. The OG, or either that or it's an event, I'm not sure. I'm Specs here. Only shitty thing is I can't go for an electric type move because they'll absorb it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch into the Ursaluna on this turn. And then I'm going to Tailwind here. I don't want the Rotom taking damage if I don't need it to. Once I get rid of the Pikachu, it puts in actually a really solid amount of work, so. With the Tailwind, I think that Ursaluna outspeeds everything on his team as well. There's the T-Bolt. I'm actually fine with that. I'm fine with that. Murkrow only doing one move is probably the best thing because otherwise it just sits on the field and does nothing. He actually matches my Tailwind. Scissor with Tailwind. I actually forgot Scissor got Tailwind. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go into Dragapult here just for some damage. I think what I do here is I'd actually just Hyper Voice. I think a Hyper Voice plus Dragon Darts combo here will just get rid of everything on his team. Or at the very least, the Pikachu, even if he's like Sash. He's probably Light Ball, but I don't know why he would be Sash. If you want to run Pikachu, you gotta run Light Ball, otherwise it does no damage. I don't know what he has to one-shot Ursaluna here either. He has Tailwind Scissor. I'm assuming he's more of like a supportive Scissor. It does a solid amount of damage though. That does nothing. It actually one-shots. It actually one-shots the Pikachu. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect that. I'm forgetting how fucking awful its defenses are. Throat Spray boost. At the very least, that's what something I needed here, so. It's not the worst case scenario. I wish I would have did a little bit more damage to him, but whatever. It was actually kind of a problem. I'm gonna Blood Moon here. I'm gonna Blood Moon into the Annihilate on this turn. I have Rotom in the back, so it does damage to both of these mons. So, like, as long as I get some damage on both of these, I'm fine. I'm dead to Rage Fist, unfortunately, but since he went Terra Fairy there, I was able to get some extra damage off on him. I I wish I would have went for Hyper Voice. I didn't think he was going to go Terra Fairy there. If I knew he was going to go Terra Fairy, I would have clicked Hyper Voice for sure. What do you have for him? He's Swords Dance, okay. I don't know if Swords Dance at +2, like, will a Bullet Punch actually KO the Rotom from full? Because it's resisted. I think I have 4 times resist Steel, so I don't think Bullet Punch KOs me here. He has Bell Awesome as his last mon. That's perfect. I Hyper Voice here. I actually can't. I didn't mean to click that. Hyper Voice. I think I could go Terra Electric here, but I want to keep the flying typing, at least as of right now. And I kind of want to just go after the Scissor here. I'm not really afraid of the Blossom at all, so I think I target down the Scissor on this turn. Yeah, that's a 2-hit KO though, so if I don't get the KO here with this, I'm gonna say there's still a chance he can bring this back. See, this thing can actually tank a Hyper Voice. Are you strong enough to tank a +1 Hyper Voice? You are. And he has Sleep Powder. I mean, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, what do you do to me? Sleep Powder, probably Quiver Dance, and like 2 like a Grass move, and I don't know what even this thing gets for coverage. Like, what does Blossom even get for coverage type moves? I don't even know. I haven't went against this thing in such a long time. Like, I literally don't know. Hyper Voice here. Air Slash. Goodbye. Freddy Fazbay. Fazbee. Getting the KO. I know it's supposed to be Fazbear. Not bad. Really cool team by my opponent, though. I haven't went against a lot of that stuff in quite a while. Some really cool stuff, so not going to complain at all. I think we just ended up having a way better matchup to their team. So I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're here in another game. I think there's actually a copy-paste rental team from, I think, about a few weeks back. They have the Volbeat, Primarina, Hisuian Typhlosion, Indeedee, Espathra, and Arclodon. So pretty much what this is the Volbeat has Tailwind plus Dual Weather, and I think it has like Encore as its last move. It has no attacking moves. And either way, usually what it does here is going to set up the rain for the Primarina and the Arclodon, or the sun for the Typhlosion. That's what this does. And then they also have the Psychic Terrain, Speed Boost, Expanding Force Spam with the Espathra, which I think is either Terra Fairy or Terra Fighting. So I think that's pretty much what I think that's the exact same rental team that I've seen from like about a week or two ago. So what I want to do here, I need my own Tailwind, so I for sure bring in my own Tailwind here. Bring in my own Tailwind. What else do I want to bring? I think I just lead Dragapult. Dragapult's a really nice lead here. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. I'm actually going to bring the fan. I'm going to bring the fan. I think we're going to bring the Basculegion. Running out of time. I'm assuming either it goes for like either Rain Dance here or Tailwind. I'm gonna go for Tailwind and I'm just gonna U-turn out. I'm gonna go Banded U-turn here onto the Volbeat. I'm not gonna stay in because I'm gonna catch either a Moonblast or a Rain boosted Hyper Voice. I don't want to catch that yet. I think I'm better off just switching out here. I gotta be really careful too because otherwise they'll Encore me in. So I gotta be really careful around the Volbeat because if I lock myself into something, he can't do anything to the Murkle because I'm a Dark type. But if I lock myself into something really weird, he can actually Encore me into something and kind of make me not do anything. So I break its Sash. I want to keep the Dragapult healthy because it actually is really good into a lot of the rest of his team here. So I'm not going to go into the Fan because I don't want to have that take a shit ton of damage. I'm going to go into the Basket Legion here because I think he's going to Hyper Voice. If he goes for Moonblast on the Murkrow, it's not the end of the world. I don't really care. Or Dazzling Gleam. Just fucking one-shots me. Murkrow's so fucking bad. Such an awful Mon. I don't know why people think it's so fucking good. It's so bad. Really bad Mon. Garbage. Most overrated Mon of Regulation H is by far Murkrow. It really is. Such an awful Mon. I mean, I get a free switch into the Fan now, though. So that's nice. I just can't set up any rain, so I'm hoping he sets up the rain for me here. He might not, though, because I think there's actually Specs Primarina. So, if it's Choice Specs, I don't think he actually sets up the rain, but I'm just going to Thunder here. I'm going to Thunder on the off chance he does set up rain, and then I'm just going to Wave Crash the Volbeat here. The Volbeat has no attacking moves, so... It either goes for Tailwind, Rain Dance, Sunny Day, or Encore, and it can't do anything here, so... Either it stays in or it switches out and goes on to Arclodon here, which is probably the main thing maybe it switches into. Like, you'd want to have rain up for Arclodon, so you might just want to get rain up here anyways. But then you're also boosting my Basket Legion, which I don't know if he wants to do, so he's kind of in a bad spot here. He actually goes for Sunny Day. He actually does. I mean, that makes sense because he's locked into Dazzling Gleam. Thunder he avoids. Wave Crash. He might live this, actually, because it's in the sun. He does. Wow, that's crazy. Do I even live this? I barely do. I gotta Thunder here. I gotta try to Thunder again, I think. I gotta Thunder again. I think it's even a reduced accuracy in the sun, but I gotta go for it. That's what I have to lock myself into. I'm Specs. Actually, I'm gonna go Terra Electric here because I need this to kill. I need this to get the one shot on the Premier. The Primarina on this Rendell team is fully offensive too. I think it's like max speed, max special attack, so it has no bulk. So considering that, I'd probably just outspeed it and get rid of it. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go for Dragon Darts. If he has Arclodon in the pack, though, that could be a bit of an issue. Do I just click Outrage here? If the Outrage goes into the Primarina, though, I'm fucked. So I'm forced to. I'm forced to go for this. I gotta hope the Rotom here outspeeds him and one-shots him and lands the Thunder. You gotta land this Thunder. If you don't land this Thunder, I lose. Encore. Okay, Encore's me into Thunder, so that does not matter. I was gonna go for that anyways. I'm Specs too, so whatever. We land. We gotta KO him though. We gotta get the one shot. There's the one shot. That's what we needed. Perfect. Perfect. We're back in the match. It depends what his last two Mons are. If it's Typhlosion in the back, it could be a bit of an issue, but like he's forced to lock himself into Heat Wave. He has Arclodon, that's kind of bad actually. That's actually kind of bad. And he has Typhlosion, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I just double in Typhlosion. This Typhlosion I think it's either Scarf or Specs. But I think even with Tailwind, I think the Dragapult still outspeeds him under Tailwind, so if he goes for Eruption, he's still not gonna be doing that much damage. And I Dragon Darts here. I think what I have to try to do is hopefully he attacks Rotom on this turn. Or the Dragapult, I guess, and I can maybe get a pair out with like Thunder on this next turn. And I think Arclodon probably wins the game for him, but... It's a 2-hit KO. Part of me wishes I actually... Oh, I got a crit. I get a crit on the Arclodon, that's huge. That's huge. There's the Eruption. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. I lose anyways. I thought I'd be able to maybe live easy. I don't think he's Power Gem or Power Herb. So I don't know. It's gonna be a roll. There's a chance I can. Oh, he actually is Power Herb. Never mind. I think I still lose here. I need a double crit. It's going to be a roller where there's even KOs on the Typhlosion. Maybe I should have went Terra Dragon on the Dragapult here, but somebody who have to run the calc, does the Terra boost from the Thunder on the Primarina matter whether it gets the KO or not? I'm choice spec, so maybe it would have. I'm not sure though. I killed the Typhlosion. If I can get a crit here, that'd be great. Or if he like misses a Draco Meteor or something, that'd be good. That does nothing. I think even with the defense boost, he might even live 2 more. That sucks. I don't know how I lost this. I really don't. I think missing the Thunder there definitely really mattered though. Missing the Thunder, and there's a few other things that maybe kind of mattered. I guess the Sunny Day play kind of mattered too, but I don't know if it really mattered late game if I would have had the Basque Legion around because he was Terra Grass. I don't know. I don't know how that team really wins either. That team's really fucking bad. Like, it's really predictable, especially if you know what the rental does. I think I just got really unlucky there. I should have won that one. I'll see you guys in one final game. Alright, we heard another match. My opponent has the Sariledge, Sneasler, Sinistcha, Rillaboom, Primarina, Kingambit, copy paste rental garbage. So what do I want to bring here? My opponent probably has the Grassy Seed Sneasler too, I'm assuming. What do I want to bring here? Kind of like Screens this game. Screens look pretty good actually. I think I'm going to bring Screens this match and kind of roll with that instead. I'm going to bring Screens. I'm going to lead the Grimmsnarl. Part of me kind of just wants to lead with the Fan. I think I'm going to lead Fan here. It actually ain't too bad into his team. Like, Flying and Electric actually hits him pretty well. What else do I want to bring here? I think the Ursaluna is definitely a must bring here. Kind of scared of the Sneasler though, so I'm going to kind of bring something for the Sneasler. If he doesn't have Throat Chop, like I kind of just wall him with Dragapult, so I think that's kind of what I want to bring here. I want to bring the Dragapult to this game. This ain't too bad. No Seeds, so that might tell me he's either Focus Sash or Normal Gem Fake Out. Sneasler instead then. I just reflect here. I reflect. And then I could actually Trick here too. Trick would be crazy. Oof, I don't know, does the choice specs damage? The specs damage right really matter here though. I really kind of want the specs damage, I really do. I think I'm gonna go for that into the Rillaboom here. See if he's double Fake Out. Alright, he gets rid of the Grimmsnarl right away. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna have this guy set up screens on me. I'm not gonna let him have too much fun. Can I one-shot the Rillaboom in return? That'd be great. I almost do. That maybe was a roll. Okay, so I have literally no speed control this game either. He never popped a berry though, or like he never popped his normal gem. I'm assuming he has to be Sash. For sure Sash, so I just Dragon Darts here, I think. I'm not going to Terra, but I'm going to Dragon Darts here, because otherwise he can hit me with a fighting type move. I'm going to Dragon Darts, and I'm just going to go for Air Slash here. The draw, okay. Primarina's coming in for sure then. Roam, who's that? Primarina? That's Kingambit, so that... okay. I mean, that doesn't matter, though. That doesn't really matter. You're still going to be taking double damage here, so whatever. I get extra damage into King Gambit, so whatever. Oh, he has Sucker Punch for sure here. Question is, do I go for Terra Dragon now and do I live a Sucker Punch? Or do I just switch, predicting Sucker Punch here? I think I just switch. The issue is though, like the Sneasler's for sure focus Sash, so if I don't kill him here and he's Sash, then and if I switch into Ursaluna on this turn, then I get close combated to the face. That's the problem. So I think I have to just stay in and go for Terra Dragon and go for Dragon Darts again. And then go for Air Slash here. And just hope that he doesn't predict that I'm a Terra Dragon or like some other Terra and double into the Dragapult here too, which could be really bad. I should be able to take a Sucker Punch though. As long as it's neutral, I should be able to tank one. Unless he's like Choice Band. Or Terra Dark. If he's Terra Dark, that could be an issue. He is Terra Dark. He is. Uh-oh, I don't know if I actually take a Terra Dark Sucker Punch. That might just fucking one-tap me. Duh, if the crit. The crit. Wow, I get fucking critted. That might have mattered, I don't know. It depends on his build. Is he Orb? Is he Life Orb? There's no Life Orb there. I don't know what his item is. Wow. That's fucking crazy. I can't fucking believe that's the legit the second game in a row now I get critted. And it probably matters. I'm gonna lose because of it probably. What do I even do here? Like, I get close combated to the fucking face. That's what I do. I'm gonna go for Hyper Voice. If I somehow live, and then I have Air Slash, but I'm gonna get Sucker Punched, I'm gonna die, so I think I just lose. There's the close combat to the face. I'm dead. Goodbye. I just got absolutely fucking bent over and fucked up the ass by this team. That's what happened this match. I got fucked. Wow, I got fucked. Who's next? Who's the next one in line to bend me over? God damn, that's another game too where I literally just get screwed by hacks because of the fucking crit. Somebody's gonna have to run that calc. Does that actually matter? If he was Choice Banded, I'm assuming it never did. I don't know what his item was. He wasn't Life Orb. Maybe he was Black Glasses, but I don't know. Does that actually matter? If I went Terra Dragon there, does a crit Sucker Punch from full still one-shot the Dragapult? Somebody run that calc and let me know in the comments down below. If it did matter, then that's the main reason I lost there. If it didn't matter, then I guess I deserve to lose. Whatever. It is what it is. I've had a lot of bad luck with this team, unfortunately. That's kind of the main theme with this team. A lot of bad luck. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Alright, what is the verdict? Is Rotom actually good? Specifically Rotom-Fan. I do think it's fun to use, don't get me wrong. I do think this thing is really fun to use. Especially with Trick versus a lot of your more bulky teams that want to set up Trick Room or kind of just play more of a slower play style. Trick into choice specs onto a lot of that stuff is really cool to do. But I do think it is outclassed. I think this team would be a million times better. Unfortunately, if you got rid of the Rotom and put Kilowattrel onto this team, I think the 90% of the games I had with this team, if I would have had Kilowattrel, I think I would have won because it was just way faster and a higher speed tier, which this team seems to like a lot more. The 86 or whatever speed tier for Rotom's okay, but it just gets outsped by so many things and one-shotted before it's able to even really do much without Tailwind or any speed control, which is the main issue I kind of face with it. I think if you would actually get rid of it for Kilowattrel, I think it would actually be better. Plus, you also have Hurricane, and if you wanted to run choice specs on that thing as well, it could be a little bit better. And you also have a few other supportive move options like Tailwind and a few other things you could actually run. So, overall, I do think at least Rotom-Fan is outclassed by like Kilowattrel and maybe one or two other electric types, you could argue. So, unfortunately, that kind of sucks, but I do think it's a fun mon to use. As for the other Rotom forms, I'm not quite sure, but they are optional if you guys are looking for electric type. I do think like the 3 best ones are definitely Rotom Mo, Heat, and probably Rotom Wash is probably the number 1 one that you're gonna probably be looking at for like an electric type or even like a water type. It just has a lot of competition for water typing, so if you want to really use it, you gotta be looking for like an electric type. And most of the time, you're gonna be sharing typing with something on your team already because it's a water type, so kind of contradicts what you're trying to usually build it with. It's a main issue, at least currently, that I've been finding. A lot of people have been finding with it, so I don't know. If you guys want to use this team, Rental in the corner. Like I said, this team doesn't have a pace, but if it does, when I upload the video, I'll add a description down below. I had a lot of bad luck with this team as well. This team, I had a lot of bad luck with crits. Everything on this team, like no matter what I tried to do, I got fucked over so many times with like random crits that just kind of ruined my games. Caused me to either struggle, make the matches way more of a chore to try to win, or just completely ruin the matches to where I wasn't able to come back and I just fucking lose, which is really sad. So if you guys do use the team, hopefully you have better luck than I do, because I had some really bad luck with crits during this, as you guys probably seen. So apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I got a bunch more stuff on the way. Peace out, everybody.